Hi, it's Greg, Trim Inspection. Just a little bit of information about wet appliances, wet inspections, different types of stoves, maybe a little bit of gas in there as well, so you understand a little bit about gas. So what I have here is a hearth-mounted stove that would go into a masonry fireplace. Masonry fireplaces don't typically throw a lot of heat, so it's not a heat source, it's decorative heat. But if you put this bad boy in there, that would turn that into a heat source, and you could actually heat your house with it. It has a fan down here, so that's why there's a cord. That's obviously, ideally you would have a stainless flex liner coming down that chimney and connect to that. It gives you a secondary safety measure versus just a masonry fireplace with no liner. And if you were to open the door on this thing, what goes inside there is this fire brick, okay? And I've got it in these buckets because I'm just moving this stove. Now the difference between certified and not certified, okay, is this tag. And this is Warlock Hershey certified. There's ULC, there's different ones, about 6 different ones. What this has on it is all the clearances to combustibles and basically the installation instructions, okay? So it has all the clearances for around the stove, for in front of the stove, what you need for floor protection, okay? If it's a non-certified, it will not have this tag. At that point, you get into a situation where insurance companies don't like it. I can certify a 45-gallon drum, but I don't think you can get insurance for it. So that's a little bit about that hearth-mounted stove. And then if we go back to my shop here, we'll talk a little bit about chimneys, okay? And the chimney thing, that's a factory-built stainless steel engineered assembly. If you were to look at that, there's actually a tag right there. That is an engineered assembly. It will give me all the clearances to combustibles, who the manufacturer is. There's bands on these things, on this one, to snap it together after you give it a quarter turn. The other way is actually mechanically fastening it, which is something as simple as screws. And then it has, we built this bracket, my kid did, but that gives us our clearances, okay, to combustibles. And not that there's anything here that'll burn, but that's how it works. Now, inside, obviously this is my wood stove. Now this is actually a certified stove as well, so it'll have a tag on the back. You can see that I have a heat shield, all right? You can see the stove is up 18 inches off the ground because they're worried about gas. Gas obviously is inert. It settles. The stove has to be up off the ground so you don't blow the shop up, okay? So that's a little bit about installing a wood stove in a shop. It has to be up off the ground 18 inches. Has to be lagged to the ground. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's a little bit about the chimney. Stainless chimney. And a masonry chimney is like that. So this is actually lined for gas and my furnace. But you wouldn't know any different if it was wood or gas. Now this one here is actually just a direct vent, so that's it for a chimney, okay? And I have a freestanding gas inside, so we'll just go inside and have a look inside, and I'll show you how that works. Now this is a gas insert into a masonry fireplace in my place, okay? That's gas. The first one I showed you, that's wood, okay? So I could slip that in there as well, and that would turn this fireplace into a heat source, drop a liner down it, and that would look after that, would be completely safe, okay? When I talk clearances, we're talking about the hearth, how high up off the ground, clearances from, you know, anything that would burn on the sides or the top, okay? And there's nothing here that'll burn, but that's gas, okay? Now, another one that we have, a customer gave me this, and it is gas. So it looks like a wood stove, but it's gas. So you can see, again, it has a factory piece. Obviously the chimney, that's the one that goes to that direct vent outside. And then, you know, the clearances, this is what we're talking about, is clearances to the wall, on both sides in the back, okay, the clearances, and what you need for, you know, you can see where I made the floor pad, but it's the same principle whether it's gas or wood, okay, and it's about clearance to combustibles. But anyways, that's a freestanding gas deal. Yeah, it's for posers and wannabes, I guess. But yeah, that's a little bit about the gas appliances. The wood burning appliances, as far as installing one in a shop, hearth mounted stoves, stainless chimneys, masonry chimneys, liners, factory pieces, and certification. So I hope that was a help to you. Have a great day. Thanks for taking the time to see the video. Bye now.